Guys, Marsinged here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are going to check out Gomah as the friend lead for a demonic power team with the mini Kid Goku. I did not pull Gomah, so for those of you out there who also did not pull him, we're going to try him out on a team setup as a friend leader and see how well we do. Now, obviously the big thing with this is going to depend kind of heavily on our starting rotations, and oh boy do we not have a good starting rotation here. We have like all the units that I would want to be on in slot 1 on the next turn. Well, actually, Kid Gohan's in slot 7. I kind of want to run a rotation of like him with Gohan. So I guess I can do this. Hopefully on the first turn, Gohan should be fine with the extra defense and stuff that he gets on turn 1. Mechikabra healing us back up to full though. You love to see that. 417k. Okay. But yeah, Mechikabra here to be the slot 1 rotation partner for we'll say slot 1. Him being in slot 2 for the Gomah in slot 1. Piccolo special beam cannon. I mean, at least I don't know what his damage threshold thing is, because enemies, like if you do less than a certain amount of damage, you don't do any damage to him. But I'm not sure what that number is, because even Piccolo being like the support, still actually able to do damage. Gomah's in slot 1 on the next rotation, fortunately, so even if he gets locked, like that's where we want him to be anyway. The annoying thing will be either Glorio getting locked in slot 2 or Daima Goku getting locked in slot 3, because obviously we want Glorio in slot 3. Yes, perfect. He locked Gomah. Excellent. Alright, well. We've got no health though. It's crazy. That's what losing all that HP at the start of the turn does to you. Yeah, can't get to any rainbow orbs with Glorio, so not much we can do there. Gomah 37 million. Okay, we get the additional. So he gives allies the defense buff here as well. And bear in mind, he has to get hit 3 times before he loses his big damage reduction thing. So he got hit twice, which means on the next rotation, he still has that big damage reduction boost. But yeah, like Gomah getting locked in slot 1 was the absolute perfect outcome, because then we can have Glorio in slot 3 for the support. We're on low HP, so we're going to be able to use Kid Gohan's active skill straight away, which obviously it's only his first turn, but giving him that big extra defense boost. I still actually don't know whether he would tank a super in slot 1 is the only problem, because he's not had a chance to have any build up or anything. But I mean, he's going to have the Glorio support and the Daima Goku support from this turn. And the support from... Is it Gomah's 12 key super? Is it just for extreme allies or is it all allies? Yeah, it's all allies. So Gohan has a ton of support on this turn. Yeah, he's already starting off at almost 1 million. And then we just go ahead and do that. Get a bit of a heal, then do that, do that, Okay, well, we tried to gain back as much HP as we could. I don't know if Gohan does live getting slot 1 supered here. He does. Let's go. I mean, he's got the big extra defense from the active skill, and he has 58% damage reduction, so he's obviously in a good spot already. Okay. I mean, Gohan, if Int Gohan crits, we might just win this turn, to be fair. 34 mil. Oh, it's going to be close. I mean, this is a much shorter event, so it's not like the craziest one for showcasing this guy or this team, but I mean, it kind of just shows that Tamagami number 2 is nowhere near as difficult as the other one. We got very lucky with the rotation locking as well, to be fair. But we'll go ahead and jump into another event here as well. Okay, so the Broly fight is not one that I've gone back to a ton of times for showcasing new team builds and stuff like that. So I thought we would give that a try. We've got a pretty good starting setup here. We've got Gomah, we've got Daima Goku. Obviously, Gomah and Daima Goku don't link particularly well, so we do want to get Goku floated off here. I didn't change the team build, so Mechikabra is still on the team. He's in slot 7, which is fine, because then he'll be on this rotation next time around, so that's good. I feel like sometimes you want Daima Goku to be on turn 1, because then he doesn't get his big buff until turn 5. Whereas if he's on turn 2, he then gets it on turn 4. A lot of the time you don't want to necessarily use it that early. So Gomah dodging both the attacks in slot 1 and then dropping a 42 million attack stat. Big crit on the 18 key and then 24 million on the additional. So bear in mind, obviously Gomah only has a 200% leader skill. Mini Daima Goku is of course giving the 220 to Gomah, but yeah, that's him on not a full what we'd experience now, like a full 220 lead. I guess that's the only downside to running him as a friend, or just running his team in general if you do pull him, is only the 200% instead of 220. But realistically, with the right units on the team, that doesn't matter. It's not like you can't beat some of these endgame events with 200% leaders. So that's fine. It just means that obviously everybody on the team would have slightly higher numbers if the second leader skill was 220, and we'd have a lot more HP, because obviously the second leader skill is 250 when it comes to HP, but I think we should be fine regardless. Gomah still showing out in slot 1, getting the dodges, so what's crazy about him is I saw a lot of people criticizing or being a bit shaky on the oh well, he only has the 33, the extra damage reduction, the 99% damage reduction for the first 3 hits. So is that going to make him a liability past turn 1, turn 2? But I've only used him a couple of times now, and the number of times that he just dodges every single attack that comes his way, he's going to keep that 30% for the extra 66%. He's going to keep that for a very long time in a lot of these events, unless you get really unlucky. Because, yeah, if he dodges, it doesn't count. So, there's a dodge from Gohan. Let's go. In a way, it's a little bit annoying that he gets hit, because I think he's not one of these characters that his passive activates from dodging. Dodge is still good for a build for him, because ideally you don't want him to take a lot of attacks. I need to double check the wording of it, though. Maybe it is, because we did get an additional hit, although that could just be the hidden potential. Because he didn't do us. If he'd done a third one, we'd know for sure, because obviously hidden potential can't activate twice. But I believe that is the case, that if he just dodges, he doesn't get the buff from being hit, which obviously for him is pretty significant, because it's the thing that gives him additional attacks in the following turn, and obviously that within that turn itself. Gomah locked in slot 2. Of course, the second phase rotation locks, my favourite. I mean, I guess we could just, the crazy thing about this is, so now that he's in slot 2, he's got that buff active. So now, if I just go ahead and giant form with him here, we can go ahead and Move him into this spot. The only problem is I don't want to kill Broly here with the giant form, because I do want to do the thing where you get another buff for Gomah by having him come out of the giant form, because it counts as another turn of him being on rotation at the start of the turn, which means he gets another one of those 150% stacks. But I think the giant form doesn't do enough damage to be able to just actually straight up kill him here. But we'll see how we go. Like, the active skill does a pretty decent chunk of damage, considering it is a giant ape form active skill, and those are not generally considered. I mean, they're fairly new, obviously. Baby technically was the first one to have one, so really we've only had one unit before this. But giant form in general, not usually doing a crazy amount of damage. The thing with Gomah, obviously, is because he can stack up so much. I don't know if any... I don't think the stats carry over to the giant form, though. That's the thing. So I don't know if you wait and then giant form him a lot later in the fight, if any of that stuff carries over at all, so then he would do more damage. I don't think it does, but obviously at the end of the day, when it comes to the giant form, a lot of the time you're only really using it to get around like the super attacks. Obviously here we used it to get around the rotation locking as well, because now when we reload back into the rotation, it doesn't matter who gets locked. We've already moved the rotation to be like how we want it to be, right? So now, yeah, Mechikabra is locked in the middle, but that's exactly where we want him. And now Gomah has big bad bosses. He has Master of Magic. He's at 1.37 million defense now. And yeah, he's dodged 3 times. He hasn't been hit a single time. So he's still got 99% damage reduction. And that's the thing about the Broly fight, is obviously when we get to the very end, he disables dodge. But by the time we get to the end, like if Gomah hasn't taken any hits, then it doesn't really matter. He's still going to be tanking in slot 1. So more dodges. The friend is 90% for this run. So he's been hit once now. Yeah, he's still only taken 1 hit. So he's still got 2 more hits in him with 99% damage reduction. And there's a 75 million attack stat, followed by the additional 44.8. And of course, this gives us the 20% defense for all allies. And the additional as well, let's go. So 40% additional defense. Man, everyone's going to be looking crazy on the next turn. And then Mechikabra even gets to get an attack in here, so he gets a stack. Let's go. Alright, so what are we looking at here now? We're going to have the double Gohans. And we've got Glorio. Let's go. Okay, so 1.2 million for you, which considering he's only done 2 supers is pretty good. So we can do that. Do that. Don't want to use Glorio's active skill just yet. So we'll get the orbs for him. Lock in that little bit of extra support as well. Broly with the super. And Gohan should be okay here, right? He's still got the damage reduction. He's still got guard. So, yeah, it just takes double-digit damage. Let's go. Yeah, this team's actually super fun. The problem with the mini Goku team, even before like Gomah came out, the problem with the mini Goku team now is that there are so many units that can work really well on this team. It's almost hard to decide like exactly how you want to build it. I mean, on this version of the team, especially for difficult content, Mechikabra probably is like the weakest unit on the team. Even though like he obviously links pretty well with Gomah, he actually does get the 250% leader skill from Daima Goku, because of course he is on Time Travelers. It's just normally you wouldn't run him on the Daima Goku team because he's not slot 1. If you're running double Daima Gokus, you're putting them in slot 2. So realistically, everybody else on that team is then like a 3rd slot floating support, which Mechikabra... I mean, he creates rainbow orbs and heals with them, but that's not really like proper support. And he doesn't have a big bad boss's partner if you're doing it that way as well. But I still think Mechikabra has aged really well for one of these heroes' easy A's. But yeah, that's the thing with Gomah, is like, who is the best link partner for him? Who's the best like big bad boss's character to actually run with him? In fact, let's just take a look. If we go to the link level, the link tool here, and we look at Gomah, I mean, his best link partners are literally only characters that have 4 links, and it's characters like Rose. Damn, Glorio just not dodging. Okay, Rose, Omega, Metal Cooler, STR Cooler, Physical Janemba, the Tech Demigra from Heroes, Tech Janemba, pre-transformation. But they're all only 4 links. Although one of those is Big Bad Bosses, which obviously is what we want. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying, him taking all those hits there. Glorio, I mean. So let's do this. What are we looking at now for Gomah? He's at 1.58 start of turn. Grab some Rainbow Orbs for you, get a bit of a heal. The AoE is probably an issue for Mechikabra, though. I'm not sure if this is going to be ideal for him. Yeah, 153. I mean, he still lives it, but not great. And then he's going to super. And Gomah didn't dodge, so I think this is the last hit, right, with his 99% damage reduction. So he takes double-digit damage. Now his damage reduction is down to just being 33%. But he's got pretty high defense. 95 million attack stat as well. Let's go. 56.7 on the additional. I mean, this guy's crazy. This isn't even a particularly long event. Like, this is turn 5. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Mechikabra gets the double super with the 2 rainbow orbs. Because, yeah, post-super, his defense is decent. And he gets damage reduction from rainbow orbs. Triple super, obviously, is big here as well. We are on quite low HP, though. So, yeah, so he takes double-digit damage from the normals. We've got a decent amount of support going here as well. And then, yeah, obviously next turn is the Daima Goku Can Go Crazy turn. Which we don't necessarily want him to do here, I guess. Because we want, like, Gohan to get hit so that he can get the extra attacks. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky one here, actually. So we can also use, yeah, see, we can use his active skill. So we get a heal, give everyone this big defensive buff, then put you in slot 2, or slot 1, get the orbs with you, then go ahead and active skill with Gohan. Get Gohan his 5 rainbow orbs, so now his passive is active. And then, yeah, we don't even need to worry about using Daima Goku. It's like it's a waste to, even though this is the turn where he'll hit the hardest, it's like a waste to use his active skill because we need to get everyone else to get hit. Like Gohan, obviously on the active skill turn here, he should take no damage at all. Gohan's now got his buff from getting the rainbow orbs. He doesn't actually have to attack. He might get a chance to, though. Gohan, even with the additional here, like Gohan is obviously not a damage dealer, the AGL Kid Gohan. So, although, you know, still crit for a reasonable damage. I mean, still dropping a 32 million additional, which for a unit who is essentially there to be a support who can also be a defensive option, that's not bad. And then he gets the extra super as well. So that will finish off Broly and give him another stack here. So definitely take those. But yeah, this is where it could get a little bit scary. Because now dodge is disabled. Actually, I guess to be fair, that's probably one reason why bringing Glorio is not the best idea. And Gomah now has the 2 million. Actually, this could probably be... There's probably an example of an event that isn't the best for Gomah. Because now that we've got to the end and he has been hit 3 times. Like, if he gets supered in slot 1 now, does he just die? Because he's got 2 million defense. He's got 33% damage reduction. Although, yeah, to be fair, when he gets hit, he does get 200% defense. So when he gets hit, his defense is immediately going to become 6 million. So, yeah, that is actually pretty good. So I'll grab those for you. I mean, Glorio is the big concern here at the end of the turn. But I guess we'll see how this pans out. Of course, the second attack of the turn was a super. After we action braked the first attack of the turn with Glorio's active skill. But yeah, Gomah taking double-digit damage, as kind of expected here. And 113 million attack stat in slot 1. And that's bearing in mind, linked up with Mechikabra, yes, he has like Master of Magic, he has Big Bad Bosses. He doesn't have Fierce Battle or Legendary Power active here either, which is kind of insane. So yeah, that's pretty good. Super him again? Oh, Yeah, the problem is Broly can double super. Well, the first attack of the turn could have been a super. I have gone into this event before, and Broly just double supers as like the first 2 attacks of the turn. So he could have action braked away one of the supers with Glorio, to be fair. And then, yeah, Gomah just eats the other one. Because obviously either of these other guys on the rotation, if they get super attacked, we just die. Also, Glorio is in one of those situations where this is kind of the bad scenario for him to be one of these characters that is just going to drop a whole bunch of additionals. Because obviously every single attack is buffing Broly. I mean, the thing is, if he does enough supers, then his defense should be enough that he can tank normal attacks at the end here. So as long as there isn't another super incoming, then we should be fine. Yeah, 82k. Not ideal, but, you know, we're alive. So I think that's the important thing. Gohan now is at 2.5 million. Bearing in mind he doesn't have guard, but he has 58% damage reduction. Does he get defense? Does he get any defense when he gets hit? He doesn't, does he? Or no, he just gets the attack and the crit chance and the additional stuff. So I mean, yeah, after, especially because he's been hit a few times now, it's very possible Broly just kills Gohan here. I mean, this rotation, even the Int Gohan with his now full passive active isn't the craziest defensive unit as you get later into an event. So we really could have done with this first attack of the turn just being a normal and then Gohan getting to do his attacks. Well, I mean, 645k, that's a lot, but we live it, so interesting. AGL Kid Gohan's easy A, so good. The problem is here, of course, that whilst Gohan does get some extra defense and stuff when he attacks, he's also still buffing Broly. So if Broly just supers again now, Gohan probably dies. I think he should still, at this point, tank normals for double digits, though, which, not bad, considering how hard Broly's normal attacks will actually be hitting at this point. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, this just kills us. 2 extra supers is all good for extra defense, but we also gave him a bunch of extra attack. Although, to be fair, 176k is actually pretty good post-super after giving him all those buffs. So that's actually not too bad at all. So, yeah, there you go. There's a decent little example of running this, like, Daima team, but with the Gomah as a friend. It definitely can work out quite nicely for some of these more difficult events. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Did you pull Gomah? Have you tried his team? Have you tried him as a friend? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, hit the hype option if you have it available, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.